from Dallas that I've been waiting all summer to read. Jerry Jones and a key defensive player on the Cowboys have worked out a contract extension. The thing is, the player is Deron Bland. Terrific player, 4-year extension, $92 million. The guy we thought this would happen with, of course, got traded away last Thursday. Yesterday, Dak Prescott was talking about Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons and the blockbuster trade.
I mean, hell, y'all were asking me questions. It seemed like it got personal in their hands. So, that's why I wasn't surprised. If nothing would have been done, we'd sit here and y'all still would have been asking me whether he was playing in a couple of days or when he was going to be playing. That would be a lot more of a headache and distraction than getting a solution to it.
It's interesting because you said to us, Dan, after working so hard to break this story with everybody last week, that one of the reasons that they felt some urgency to get it done was that they were entering their game prep, for this week and everything. And there's Dak sort of acknowledging that. So now that the dust has settled, or whatever it is, what kinds of things were you hearing from around the league about the trade?
I think people are surprised because people are used to Jerry Jones getting the deal done at the wire, right? We saw it with Dak, we saw it with CeeDee Lamb. I think if you're inside that building, there was a different feeling because, as Dak mentioned, it had gotten somewhat personal, and there were some aspects of this that were a lot different from Dak's situation, CeeDee Lamb's situation, Ezekiel Elliott's situation years back. So I think people are impressed with the Packers. I mean, they did a really good job. They operated, kind of in secrecy till the very end, and then they were aggressive and got it done. But in terms of Dallas, I think people are surprised. I think everybody just assumed they would get it done in the end.
All right, and so some of us will look at this and say, what does this mean for Thursday night? Thursday night, Cowboys at Eagles. I feel like it snuck up on us. It's September this morning, by the way, people. Happy September 1st. The game is in 3 days. What does this mean as far as Micah Parsons' absence now going against that Eagles offense?
Well, I'm sure the Philadelphia Eagles breathed a huge sigh of relief knowing that this guy is no longer in the division. That's number one. Okay, where's the pass rush coming from? Where's the pass rush coming from for Dallas? I still think, when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, it's a line of scrimmage game, okay? They're going to keep – Philadelphia's a run-first team, okay? We're going to know right off the top have they solved the issue with the Dallas Cowboys in that defensive front. Got to be able to stop the run, okay? And on the other side, can the Dallas Cowboys run the ball? Yes, we know they got Dak Prescott. We know they got the two receivers. But every Dallas team that's been really good has been able to run the football.
I'll watch the Cowboys this year like I'll watch the Cleveland Browns, through the prism or vantage point of 2026. We've talked all offseason. Browns make the trade in the draft. They have 2 picks in the first round of next year's draft. So, while you want to see them play well and all that, there's always going to be that vantage point of how does it impact 26. I'll feel the same way about the Cowboys after the trade. Will they be competitive and be in games? Yeah, but every week it's going to be like, how is this going to impact 2026? And what will they be able to do in the draft if and when they become not really a story in this season? In specific to Thursday night, can they score 28 points? That's the question. Can they score 28? Because with no Micah Parsons, I think Philadelphia's offense will have success. And with the new addition of George Pickens, and being candid, the question mark opposite Quinyon Mitchell in Philadelphia's secondary, can Dak and this new look offense under Brian Schottenheimer, it's supposed to be more motions and shifts and shots down the field and play action passing, can they get ultra aggressive and score 28 and really attack opposite Mitchell?
They haven't shown any of what that offense is going to look like. So answer your one question. Do you think they can score 28 points against what was a magnificent Eagles defense a year ago?
They'll have to hit at least 2 balls down the field. If they hit 2 big plays down the field to create big-time chunks, I think they can because Dak, CD, Pickens, and Ferguson are good enough. But that'll be a mandatory part of that offense.
Yeah, I think that Dallas believes it's going to score points this year, not necessarily just Thursday, but this year in general. And then the key thing to understand, and we talked about it this morning, Micah Parsons has not been practicing in training camp. They've been preparing for the season without him on the defensive side of the ball. So, yeah, I mean, the Boston College guy, and you're not sticking up for your guy.
Listen, I always say, with the Dallas Cowboys, can't miss what you didn't have. He wasn't there. So, Matt Eberflus and company, they never had the guy. So they've been planning for this all the training camp.
Yeah, so you believe that when this trade happened on Friday with Joe Fortenbaugh in here, the line moved 1 point from 6.5 to 7.5 points. He said that's too much. Right now, if I told you Eagles minus 7.5, which way are you leaning?
Eagles.
Do you think this is a what was it, BTA? What was it that they taught me last week?
Yeah.
You think this is BTA on Thursday?
I think so, yeah.
I think Dallas keeps it closer than that.
Games?
Yeah, I think Philly wins the game, but I think Dallas keeps it close.
All right, so that's lots of football coming up this morning. Let me give
Happened with Micah Parsons. Wait a minute, sorry. That's an old script. My bad. We're 3 days shy from putting toe to leather on this season, and we know Parsons won't be a part of the Thursday festivities. Dallas shipping this generational talent to Green Bay in exchange for Kenny Clark, 2 first-round draft picks, and as many as 3 magic beans. Count Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott among those who are not surprised to see this deal get done.
I can't say I was completely surprised, but I definitely didn't think he was going to get traded. I'll say that. But just with the way that their negotiations went down, obviously, to some extent, I mean, hell, y'all were asking me questions. It seemed like it got personal in their hands. So, like, that's why I wasn't surprised. If nothing would have been done, we'd sit here and y'all still would have been asking me whether he was playing in a couple of days or when he was going to be playing. That would be a lot more of a headache and distraction than getting a solution to it. I know adding a guy like Kenny Clark, adding a true leader, a real man that's going to only elevate this team, who's been a Pro Bowl player and is excited about being here.
That real man part is going to carry a little bit of weight. NFL season will finally be back Thursday, first giving us a look at the Micah Parsons-less Cowboys against the defending champs. Philly, a clear favorite heading into this game, according to ESPN Bet Sportsbook.
That is Thursday night. Friday night's Week 1 matchup at International Fair in Sao Paulo as the Chiefs play the Chargers. The second time these two teams have taken beef global. By the way, you cannot bring beef home globally. It's a customs issue.
Yes.
Randy is a silly geese. Patrick Mahomes making sure his guys know about portrait geese. Because Brazil.
The trainers and coaches have really done the research and they understand what we need to do. So now it's just going down there and playing football. And I think more than anything, it was just explaining to some guys how far the trip was. Some guys didn't understand how far the travel was. Travis, even though he just was down there like last year. So I was just explaining to him how the globe works.
Yeah. You ever seen a map? Well, see, the thing when you fly private, you don't really pay attention.
I was going to say, yeah.
You don't really pay attention to the screen.
It's not that the Chiefs are flying commercial either. They're probably going to be flying private.
After that trip to Brazil, look at this gauntlet. The Chiefs play the Eagles in a Super Bowl rematch. First game at Arrowhead, Week 2. Then they host the Ravens and the Lions in KC during the first 6 weeks.
Boys and Eagles, will the real America's team please stand up? They're starting the season, and what will happen with Micah Parsons? Wait a minute. Sorry, that's an old script. We know Parsons won't be there. Dallas shipping the generational talent to Green Bay in exchange for Kenny Clark, 2 first-round draft picks, and as many as 3 magic beans. And you can count Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott among those who were not surprised to see this deal get done.
I can't say I was completely surprised, but I definitely didn't think he was going to get traded. I'll say that. But just with the way that their negotiations went down,